What's up, guys? Ryan here with Tampa Carey. So excited, but I'm not excited. I shouldn't be surprised by this, but the fact that the midterm elections are coming up very, very fast, like the politicians and gun control community has really ramped up their gun control rhetoric. In fact, yesterday, the House Judiciary Committee, they moved a bill forward that would ban many rifles, many handguns from America. Why? You're probably wondering, why is the House Judiciary Committee dealing with a gun-related issue? They should probably be worrying about the massive deficit, the massive, spending that we have going on in America. But that would only make sense. So over the past several decades, our country has witnessed senseless killing after senseless kill. And each time, one fact has remained remarkably consistent. The weapon of choice for mass slaughter is. Now, Jerry Nadler is probably talking about how smoking is killing about 480,000 people every single year. Or hold on, maybe Jerry Nadler is talking about how medical malpractice, doctors who make a mistake, are killing about 250,000 people every single year. Or maybe Jerry Nadler is talking about the 95,000 people that are killed due to alcohol-related illness every single year. Is that what Jerry is talking about? Of course not. Nadler is talking about how the biggest threat to American safety, the biggest threat to American lives is allegedly a high-powered rifle. Now, I share some of these statistics with you, not to make this a super political video, but I share it to make sure people understand, to put into perspective, how many people are actually dying due to mass shootings, due to mass shootings, due to active shootings, stuff like that. You know, when I ask students this question in class, if you listen to the media, you listen to this kind of stuff, they make it sound like hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of people are dying every year due to mass shootings. And it is just not factual. Here's a chart from the FBI's report. So some information about how many people are dying. 103 people died in 2021, according to the FBI's 2021 active shooting report. So we have hundreds of thousands of people dying from smoking, from medical malpractice, from abortions, and all this other stuff. But we got 103 people dying from a mass shooting, which is crazy to me. Now, obviously, we don't want anybody to die due to gun violence. But the real question is, these politicians love to push the fact that the AR-15 is the weapon of choice for an active shooter. But is that true? Let's take a look. So according to the FBI's report on mass shootings, 103 people died in 2021 due to a mass shooting. And you can see that number is actually pretty average. And compared to 2017, it's way, way down. So according to the FBI's 2021 report, these are the most common weapons that are being used by bad guys to commit these acts of extreme violence. So there were 61 mass shootings that occurred in 2021. 61. Of the 61 mass shootings, 43 of the active shooters used a handgun. Only 5 people used a rifle alone, and another 5 had a rifle and a handgun. So the real question is, why are these politicians pretending that the AR-15 is the weapon of choice for active shooters when we know for a fact that the most common weapon being used is a handgun? So let's see. Now we have another quote from another congressman, which these guys just cracked me up. He says, the AR-15 style rifle has become the weapon of choice for shooters looking to kill as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, and have been used in the deadliest mass shootings in our history, from Sandy Hook to Parkland to Uvalde. Research estimates that if we still had a federal assault weapons ban, we would see 70% fewer mass shooting deaths. How many more kids need to die in our schools before we finally crack down on the most dangerous firearms that were designed for war? Pretty interesting. So according to the FBI, we know that the most common weapon used by active shooters is definitely not an AR-15. The vast majority of firearms used by mass shooters is a handgun. But despite the fact that these politicians know that the propaganda that they're spewing is not factual, it's very easy to look up this data, they have proposed what they call the assault weapons ban of 2021. So we're going to kind of go over, I'm going to read to you like what this ban includes, and we'll kind of talk about how it's going to affect Americans moving forward. So the assault weapons ban of 2021 would make it unlawful for a person to import, sell, manufacture, or transfer the following: all semi-automatic rifles that can accept a detachable magazine and have at least one of the following military features. You love how they use that term. It's got a military feature. So a pistol grip, a forward grip, folding, telescoping, or detachable stock, a grenade launcher, okay? I don't know when a grenade launcher has ever been used in like a mass shooting or active shooting, so I don't know why that's relevant, but anyway. Barrel shroud or a threaded barrel. They would also ban all semi-automatic pistols that can accept a detachable magazine and have at least one of the following features: threaded barrel, second pistol grip, barrel shroud, capacity to accept a detachable magazine at some location outside the pistol grip, semi-automatic version of an automatic firearm. Interesting. It's interesting that they put that phrase in there because there's so many fully automatic versions of semi-automatic firearms. And I'm curious, does that count like post-May dealer samples? Somebody bought we're going to get to this in a second, actually. I don't want to give it away. All semi-automatic shotguns that have at least one of the following: folding, telescoping, detachable stock, pistol grip, fixed magazine, ability to accept a detachable magazine, forward grip, high-capacity magazine feeding devices. So here's what I'm curious about with this fully automatic, thing. I was on Gunbroker the other day. There's somebody selling a fully automatic Glock 44, which is a 22 caliber pistol. So this is a post-made dealer sample. So this is a machine gun that a dealer made that can only be sold to another gun dealer or a law enforcement agency. So because now there is a fully automatic version of this gun, does that make this gun illegal in the United States? Could be. I don't know. It's interesting. So the real question is this: why do politicians want to ban the most common firearms in America? The most common firearm in America is the AR-15. Why do they want to take them away? The gun control community knows the gun control community knows that the AR-15 accounts for a very small percentage of firearm-related deaths in America. So if we look at, again, this is from the FBI's active shooter report, out of the 61 mass shootings that occurred in the United States in 2021, this is the number of people killed by weapon type. So 103 people were killed in 2021 due to an active shooting. 78 were killed with a handgun. 16 were killed with a rifle, 1 with a shotgun, and 8 were unknown. Okay, so we know just by looking at the data that more people are killed by handguns every single year. This has been consistent for decades than they ever are with a rifle. So why do politicians consistently want to attack the AR-15? It could be that it's low-hanging fruit, right? I think it's, non-gun people perceive it as scary, but I think it's actually a much bigger issue than that. Thinking that banning an AR-15 is going to significantly save lives in America is kind of like you're driving down the road. You witness a really terrible car accident right in front of you. So the driver, his arm is broken. He's got blood squirting out of his leg like a fire hose. You run up to the scene. You've got your emergency trauma kit with you. You open up your trauma kit. You're ready to save somebody's life. You pull out a Band-Aid, open it up, stick it to the cut on this dude's forehead, and you're like, yeah, I saved the day, right? That's what banning an AR-15 is going to do to save lives. The numbers are so small. It would be pretty much pointless, I think. Now, you're probably thinking, why did the Founding Fathers include the Second Amendment into the Bill of Rights? Now, I'm going to give you a hint. There was actually 3 very specific reasons that the Founding Fathers put the Second Amendment into the Bill of Rights. And the last one is by far the most important reason that every single American has to know. Every gun owner has to know the last reason. Now, I'm going to share with you guys the 3 reasons why the Founding Fathers put the Second Amendment into the Bill of Rights inside of my brand new ebook called The Shocking Truth About the Second Amendment. This ebook is going to expose what the Second Amendment really means, and more importantly, what it does not mean. This is going to empower you with the knowledge and the tools to have a intelligent conversation about why the Second Amendment is so critical and why an AR-15 is protected under the Second Amendment. The best part is I'm going to give you guys this ebook for free. All you got to do is head over to shockingtruth.tampacarry.com. Download your free copy. It's super amazing. Make sure you put in the comments after you read it what you guys think. Share it with some of your friends and family because we really appreciate it. You know, the reality is if we don't get educated and we don't share the truth about the Second Amendment, they're coming after it. They're trying to take this away. And if we don't exercise our rights, we will lose them. Thanks for watching, guys. And until next time, keep training and stay safe.